Hi guys, my name's Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Now again, we're here this week with Hannah to beat the stuffing out of each other and test out another couple of the builds that we've got scattered around the walls.
Stuffing out of each other.
Oh, I mean, yeah, close enough.
I guess.
So yeah, we're going to be doing another 3 matches with whatever classes we pick. We won't be repeating the ones that we've used before, like where Hannah has used the Warder before. She won't be using that again. I've used the Herald before. I won't be using that again as an example. But as a result, in the little cuts between, if you're seeing stuff that the builds that have been talked through before, then it's purely because we're possibly using the builds that one of us used the week before. So there will probably be some more interesting comparative stuff, but otherwise we'll just get on with it and kill each other. So in this first match, I decided to take on the Tumbler, which is something that Hannah tried to use before, which was it is possibly the most mobile class or attribute layout that I've come up with so far, I think. And one of the things with it is that there are 2 different ways to set it up depending on which armor you want to use and which weapons you want to use. Hannah tried to set it up with using the, I want to say it's Zamoran Thief's equipment, which then paired with some of the other bits and pieces that you can get. The bow that she was using, she was kind of focused more on kind of keeping it at a greater range, whilst I went the other way and decided to go for trying to bleed her out as much as possible using daggers whilst keeping the mobility high. So that's kind of the idea behind this. We were using lighter armor with it, which again we didn't have to do because of the nimble tumbler perk that's in there. But as a result, where before I realised my error of throwing in the equipment there, and adding it for the next time round. Here, figured that she had been at a disadvantage using lighter armor due to me not necessarily paying attention when I was setting up some stuff, and so I went for that as well. Now, Hannah, though, is using what I've dubbed the Conqueror, which is much more... it has the ability to dodge as if it was wearing light armor, but will be wearing heavy, and then has an awful lot more around kind of mitigating the damage done and kind of getting out of the way still. So she's got high armor, she's got the extra armor and the extra stamina, but more to the point, she will be able to, whilst wearing heavy armor, dodge for a very low cost of stamina overall. So even though her damage is relatively low, she will still be able to stand up to the smaller, weaker attacks from the daggers, and so it's going to be a case of me trying to bleed her more, which we'll have to see how all of that works. Okay, so I'm using one of the configurations of the tumbler. From what I could see last week, the opposite of what Hannah used. So let's get into it, and I'll have to explain. In theory, I will have just explained some of the differences between how I'm going to be using it, and how Hannah was using it. Hannah's using a Conqueror, so right. Now that shield's going to be a bit difficult for me to get around, but okay. So, okay. Hannah's already on the warpath.
Oh no, sorry, I forgot.
Okay, as you're eager, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I tripped.
Oh, good backflip. Very agile.
Nope, nope, nope.
I'm not sure I really needed to try this time.
Oh, you got me.
Yep. You aren't on any health, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Like, I did say the shield would be a difficulty for me to get past, but on top of...
I chopped off your hands.
Does Conqueror have health regen? I can't remember.
I think so.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
No? So it's just got...
No vitality. Well, only 5 in vitality.
Do you have... the thing in...
I'm full grit, though.
Does that have the thing in it that... No, that's survival, isn't it? The thing that that lessens status effects.
Yeah, survival. No, I'm full grit, which is less stamina, additional stamina regen, natural resistance
so
to damage.
yeah, you were able to shrug off the damage I was doing.
Basic attacks cost less damage, and dodging costs less stamina. Not that I needed to do much of that.
Yeah, but you were able to ignore the damage I was doing and just keep attacking. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's one to Hannah. So in this next one, I decided to go for one of the utility builds that Hannah's used before, the Mason, where it's a much kind of heavily armed, a particularly heavily armored individual, but a lot of it kind of follows through with more being there to collect stuff and be able to defend yourself whilst collecting stuff rather than anything else. As said, it is built for utility. As you can see, there's the extra carry weight. There's a lot of focus on the survival and encumbrance side of things to try and make sure that it's got as kind of much there as possible, with only a little bit in regards to holding your breath a little longer and, you know, climbing taking less stamina and the thuggery from strength so that it's easier to claim thralls. Really one that would be used by someone who's more focused on building bases. Like, this is one of the ones that I came up with earlier on when I was literally just running around and collecting stuff to build stuff. So, you know, we'll have to see how this pairs up against another more encumbrance focused build, but this one is the Herald, which is the one that I play kind of it's my default that I go to. It's the one that that I kind of focus on a lot, where it's got a little bit of encumbrance here and there, but then it's mostly focused on doing a lot of damage and being kind of able to wade in. So it's got that health regen, it's got that extra natural armor. It wears medium armor generally because that's just what I prefer to use, but obviously if you guys were decided to take on this kind of stat layout, then you could quite happily apply heavy armor and still wade through things quite easily. So, you know, Hannah using the Herald, you know, she's had it clip her by accident numerous times when we've been doing dungeons and things. She's already fought against it, so she's decided to adopt kind of my style, I guess. But you know, we're both going to be using the same plus encumbrance greatsword, but I'm going to be wearing the heavy armor. She's got medium, but then she's also got the extra vitality there and the health regen that I don't have. So now we've got Hannah being my usual go-to, the Herald, and me being a Mason, which is utility build, or more of a utility build for gathering and such like. But interestingly, we're both using the same sword. So there's that. By the way, 3, 2, 1, fight. So you've got your health regen, and you do more damage.
Oh yeah, but you're... Run over to the corner.
Yeah, this isn't...
Oh, wow, 2 wins.
So you do more damage per hit, and you've...
Yeah, I was doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, you do more damage per hit, and you've got the health regen. So even though you're in lighter armor and don't have as much stamina to use, you can just kind of hold in the fight there for a little longer, which is one of the reasons why I tend to use that one.
All right.
Okay, so in this last one, considering in the last fight, Hannah decided to basically be me for a little bit. I've decided to be her for the longest time. This has been the build that she has used, the Warder, which is the build that she used in the very first fight, where it was just us, our defaults are the things that we go to. She's, I think, kind of gone off this a little bit, to one degree or another, after playing with some of the other stuff, and also when it comes to us playing together, because I have those large sweeping arcs with a greatsword usually, she's been less fond of this, because accidentally getting her ankles clipped is a problem. But here, I'm gonna, I've got a decent amount of damage on basic attacks. I've got the extra health regen, and there's that level of survivability that can kind of roll through on this. And then on top of that, if needs be, not necessarily something that I'm going to do in this fight, considering we've been using kind of the default weapons that we've been deciding to go with. But if I was wanting a little bit more mitigation, then I could, rather than wearing the armor that this build usually goes with, which is plus strength, I could take some plus grit armor and get that health regen from using the white blade with it, but also get iron hard muscles for that extra 15 armor from using some grit equipment instead. But either way, this is a kind of more sustainable build, and it's one that you can use more tactically to kind of bait people in, just because you can rely on that health regen to tide you over if needs be. But Hannah has decided to use one of the utility builds that I used last week, which is the Priest. So she's got that extra reach, but otherwise she's not got a huge amount of damage. She's also got health regen, which, pits us on an even keel in that regard, but she's using lighter armor, and then a lot of the rest of her points go into stuff that's for gathering and for carrying stuff. So there's a lot of points there that aren't as available for dealing damage or taking me on, but she does have that long reach weapon that has knockdowns and bleeds and all kinds of other stuff on it from the spear. Spear. So we'll have to see exactly how this all works out, because this could be an interesting one, just to see who can kind of take out the other person's health regen first.
Oh, you're not wearing any clothes. You're me.
I am you. I figured if you can be me last time, I'm going to be you this time.
I'm fucked.
Okay, you ready?
Well, no, but sure.
Okay, well, 3, 2, 1, go for it.
I need you to open yourself up.
That's what he said.
Run around the back.
What the hell?
How am I doing this much damage to you? I've taken nothing.
I'm flinching a lot, even when I'm blocking. Like, even when I'm head on to you, I'm like that. That didn't do any damage. That was fine.
Come on.
Hannah's got a couple of wins, and now comes out the other part of her lack of.
Open up! Damn. Oh shit! This has health regeneration on it, doesn't it? Good.
Really? I don't know how some of these hits aren't connecting with you. Because I realised that
you're not hitting anything on my screen.
No, that time I wasn't. But I realised, well, now you're just hiding behind a pillar.
I was getting my stamina back.
Like, I don't know how some of the hits that I'm throwing aren't connecting with you. Because I know that in some of your attacks you have hyper armor, so you don't flinch. I get that. But I still don't understand, like, when you're pausing, how some of my hits aren't connecting. Or, like, just there, where I'm stood...
That connected, that hit me. Nope, 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 nope. Quite like this weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You made me run out of stamina.
And like there, I bring up my shield partway through, and yet I'm still taking the full effects and damage from it. Which isn't a shield, a thing that the shield, oh, not the polearm should do, but okay. If this turns out to be a Hannah hat trick, then fine, well deserved.
Oh, it rhymes, kind of.
Like again, I don't know how.
I dodged past that one.
Because on my screen, you were in the arc of most of those hits, so I don't quite understand how I'm not seeing any return from it. But hey ho, such is life, I guess. Hold on. You're breaking up a lot. No, you're still breaking up a lot.
Hello?
Hi, you're back. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have all your health back.
I have some of my health back.
That was a ploy.
It wasn't. I genuinely couldn't hear you. There is footage of it. You can't say it's a ploy when there's
You're still a ploy.
footage of it.
Oh, hang on. How'd you get the text to go away?
That was
Sorry.
a ploy.
No, that wasn't. I actually don't know how to...
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
No, it's just there now.
See, now there, I lunged straight into you, and nothing connected.
You didn't. I dodged past it on my screen.
Well, something weird is going on latency-wise then, because you're... I have the evidence.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It was all a ploy.
It wasn't.
I don't believe you.
What?
I don't believe
Well,
you.
I can show you the raw...
I was on full health!
I can show you the... I'm not on full health.
I was.
Oh yeah, you were. You're not anymore.
Nope.
And now you're being...
Oh no, I dodged that.
No. Now I'm saying now you're just...
Hang on, I'm going into your eye. Hang on, don't turn here, attack me.
Now this is a ploy.
This
is a ploy.
Okay, I'm good. No, it would have been a ploy if I'd have been like, hang on, and watched my health tick up. See, now on my screen you're not taking damage for my hits. Oh, you're about to win.
I mean, I'm not taking damage for your hits because I'm holding my shield up.
No, I was hitting you and you weren't taking damage. I'm dead.
No Hannah hat trick today, unfortunately.
No,
But
yeah, because of your ploy. It was a
wasn't
ploy.
a ploy.
It was a ploy. I'd have won on full health. It was a ploy. Just admit it. Now I'm dead. You can admit
No,
it.
there was no ploy. I could not hear you. The people at home can attest to the fact that I could not hear you. You were breaking up, and so I was trying to make sure that I could actually hear what you were saying, and you could hear what I was saying.
Ploy.
It wasn't a ploy. If anything, you having an itchy eye was a ploy.
No, actually, I think I have an eyelash in my eye.
Either way, that was fun. And to be fair, I quite like the warder. The warder's one... The warder you can be...
Do you know what? I've learned that I don't.
Well, you were being really aggressive, and I'll say this: I was able to tactically hold off and sacrifice a bit of health to get you to be very aggressive, so that then you kept coming in, so I could use heavy attacks.
Ploy.
That was a ploy. I'll admit that was. But anyway, that's it for this week, guys. So yeah, we've still got what that was match 9. So we've still got another 5 matches to go.
Yeah.
So with that, we've still got at least one more video of these to do. If you guys are more interested on seeing just Hannah and I face off with the same builds, just to see who wins, then by all means, we're probably there's a good chance we'll do those anyway. But either way, thank you very much.
This is our relationship.
Yeah, this is how we resolve problems with our relationship. None of the coaching stuff that I tell you guys in all the other videos. None of that. We just come on here and
literally
kill each other. Yeah, whoever wins the argument.
It wins the argument. Yeah.
So, but anyway, all joking aside, that's where we'll call it quits. So, leave us some comments in the comment section as to whether or not you guys would like to see certain matches, or if you'd like to see us try and do some more interesting fights, maybe fights with some creatures included as well, who knows. Roman gladiatorial arena style. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the video next week. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.